Michael Keaton is a very talented comedian and actor. He is currently filming a new movie called Night Shift. I believe some of that was filmed right here in New York City. He will soon be seen on a brand new television series in which he is the star, entitled Report to Murphy. Please welcome Michael Keaton.
This isn't gonna leave a ring here, is it?
No, that's all right. Go right ahead. How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Was that right? Was this motion picture Night Shift shot largely in New York City?
Some of it was shot in New York City. I don't know how largely it was shot. We had to go back to Los Angeles and do it. Can I do something real quickly?
Surely.
Can I knew you'd say, yeah. You're an open kind of guy. I just have to read this. Now, this comes from Bazooka Joe. This is a comic. I gotta tell you.
Reading on the plane, were you?
Yeah. Just knocking some off. And I must have read 15, 20 of these, like that. Like that. I didn't knock them off. I go through these things. And I don't care who you are, you can't put these things down. You know when you open her up and you kind of put the, by the way, I bet you got the gum. It's been in here. This was martinized, so it's up to you if you want to eat that or not. You open these up, and I don't care who you are, you can't put them down. I mean, you could be Haig, you could be Alexander Haig, and you'd be at a press conference saying, funds del Salvador? Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, I think we should, probably. Except I'm reading this one, and this is very funny. I just gotta read it to you, okay? So just let me, takes a couple minutes. Can you see? Oh, sorry. It's pictured Bazooka Joe with a clock throwing it out a window, right? And he's got that little, turtleneck up over his head. And his friend, I always wondered how anyone can understand what he said anyway, Anyway, Tubby's standing next to him and say, hey, Bazooka Joe, why are you throwing that clock out the window?
Right.
All right. So Bazooka Joe looks at him and says, I wanted to see time fly. I know, but wait. No, wait, it's not over, so. He looks back at him and says, time? It's a rather ethereal subject, isn't it? And he looks back at him and says, well, Tubby, it depends on how one views time. If one sees time cosmically in a straight line, intercepted by a series of events, or going on into infinity. And then Joe comes back with something I think is pretty clever. He says, yes, but wasn't it Eugene O'Neill who said, weary am I of the tumult, sick of the madding crowd, pining for far-sea places where the soul may think aloud. And then Tubby just throws his hands up and says, hey, I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah. I remember when it was just a couple of dumb guys talking. No, now it's pretty heavy, interesting stuff. So was the movie enjoyable? You liked making the movie?
Truly, yeah, it was really wonderful. It was truly wonderful. It was a wonderful, warm experience. It was a lot of fun, and it's always fun to come to New York anyway. It was really a treat when they said you're going to New York, because it's just, I mean, I know it's been said 1,000 ways, a million times, but it's really a fun place to be. An example is, I saw a squirrel, this is the truth, in Central Park I'm running the other day, a squirrel dragging a slice of pizza up to his house. Dragging a piece, and I think he's got a little set and a couple of beers up there, a little TV set, which from Tommy Hearn's fight. Some of his buddies, but we came in and it got really cold over the weekend.
Yeah.
And when you forget, when you live, I live in California now, your blood gets thin, and you kind of get to be a sissy when you come back. The cold weather really gets you, man. Like we came in, I remember I came back home for Christmas once in Pittsburgh, and the pilot said, welcome to Pittsburgh, where the temperature is currently 3 degrees. 3 degrees. I thought to myself, 3 degrees, why have any?
Yeah, that's right.
Come on.
Just round it off, what the heck?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Did you, now that you have you know what I like, a lot of times people go on television shows, they bring the outtakes of their film.
Yeah.
Do you have any? Well, that, of course, means things that didn't make it to the final.
No, I don't. You know what we can do, though? I just thought of this at the last minute. I couldn't bring any. I was supposed to bring some, but I don't know if this is good. I think we can do. I can draw you some of the things that happen, real quick, like scenes. All right? Can we just do that?
That'd be great.
And maybe say we're out. Can you see any of these? We're outside once, and there was like a tree, and like I'm running here, like this is a guy after me, and you can see him kind of like he's going, "Hey, stop!" like this, right? You see?
Yeah.
And my car is like going around this, like, no, I'll show you. Okay, so this is like my car, all right? Right there, and it's like, there's smoke, and I'm like, and so you gotta get the motion of it. And it's a chase scene. Finally,
Quite a chase scene, yeah.
Pushes me off the cliff.
That's unbelievable. It seems very exciting. I'll be going to see that. Tell me about your new series, Report to Murphy.
Report to Murphy. We did it.
Michael, sit up. Look how
okay,
you're slouching.
November. He's right. He is right. We did it in November. We shot in November, and then I remember we did 4. We actually started out with 4. Whoa! And no, we did the pilot, and then they said, "Why not shoot 5 more of those suckers?" Right? CBS says.
Yeah,
CBS
CBS
usually uses
suckers,
term like suckers, whereas NBC. And we did 5 of them, and they're real good. And it starts April 5th on Monday.
Who else in the extravaganza?
Nobody, just me.
Just you?
Just me.
Just you.
I do a lot of this stuff.
A lot of those.
Yeah.
Kind of like the old John Nagy show where you teach people to draw.
You know what? Tonight were the Academy Awards, right?
That's right. That's right. The Academy of India.
And I was thinking, now that I've done a movie, you just start to look at movies differently. You know, you start to look at different, technically and the angles, and you think about the story. For instance, Red's a wonderful movie. Am I right?
I take your word for it.
It is a good movie, and it's a study of John Reed. So you follow John Reed's life. He was buried in the Kremlin wall. Problem for me was, I don't think they ever really covered the story of his wife, Donna, the way they should have. You know?
No.
He comes into the Kremlin with a little skirt and a thing around there. You gonna be home for dinner? It's a revolution here, honey! I think the old movies like the Garfield movies, John Garfield would always kind of take control. I was a big John Garfield fan. And am I getting a signal there?
We gotta pause here, but you want to continue? I tell you what, we'll pause. You finish
pick it up.
If
you can pick it up when you come back.
We'll be right back with Mr. Michael Keaton, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank Jack Anderson, Robert Truex, of course, my good friend Mr. Michael Keaton, Report to Murphy, coming up. Paul Schaefer and the band, of course, Bill Wendell, and the wonderful studio audience. Tomorrow night, you got to be here. Cartoonist Gan Wilson from Love Sydney, Swoosie Kurtz, and Andy Kaufman. Have a good night, folks. Thank you for being here. Bye. Salute to Summer Gala, and boy, what fun we're having here. The last time my next guest, actually my first guest, was on our show, he was a stand-up comedian and a television performer. He is both of those things still. But since then, he has also become a major motion picture star, getting rave reviews all over the country for his part in the new comedy film Night Shift. We're very happy that he's back with us tonight. Please give a special summer salute welcome to Mr. Michael Keaton.
T-shirt, but I wasn't gonna, go against the theme of the show.
No, you're perfect.
Plus, with that heat in here, Paul, hi. We never officially met, but I think you got to agree with me. When I look at that, it makes me think of one place. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Where would that be?
Bermuda! It's a cuckoo kind of Bermuda.
Sure is.
Michael, that was...
I've never met you,
Never.
but yet we in the business, we know each other anyway, isn't it?
In the industry, you mean? I think you mean the industry.
You've met David, though, right?
Is it? Oh, hi. Industry. That was a mighty impressive entrance
Thanks.
you made.
I used to be able to do push-ups.
As you did it?
Yeah, for my hands, but I don't think I can do it anymore.
Yeah. Well, this is all very exciting. You are every review I see of this film, or on TV or newspapers, it singles you out as being a major comedy talent and breakthrough cinema, on and on and on. And congratulations.
Thanks. I might be too big for this. What am I doing? No, it is. It's unbelievable. It's too unbelievable. It's, like I was telling you before, it's only one movie, folks. It's really nice though. I mean, I'm overwhelmed, and it's great. Now, fortunately, there's a clip, right? I hate to be real show busy about this, but we did bring a clip.
You know, we have run so much footage of this film. We had Ronnie Howard on. We had Richard Belzer on. Who else was on?
Bergman, I think.
A guy who worked
Bergman
on the crew came in. He had some film. A guy who saw it came in, had some film. But tonight. You're the reason for the success of the film.
Right.
You're here, whatever you want to show us.
Okay, well, I'll set it up like, you know, you got to understand it. What happens is we get into a business, my partner Henry Winkler, who is wonderful in this movie, we both get into this business together, and we get in a little over our heads, and we run up against some thugs, as you'll see. And what this is a chase scene that, for my money, I mean, I think it rivals Bullet. I mean it. It's just exciting
okay.
And just.
So this is a few moments now from Night
Smokes.
Shift with Michael Keaton, and as he said, this sucker
this
smokes.
One now we look up
Watch
here.
it, yeah, and we can I guess talk over.
There I am now. See, there I am.
Oh my God!
Look out! Those guys who got over against. Yeah. Now this is me. I ran into a problem with walking.
Oh! You do your own stunts, don't you, Michael?
I did my own stunts on this. Yeah.
Oh boy!
Yeah, that's me. Oh, don't think that didn't hurt, dude. Woo! Dude, look out!
Ah, this is my favorite part. That's amazing. Well, all goofing around aside, congratulations on your success. Yeah, this is summertime.
This is great. This is nice themes, you know?
Yeah, it's a theme, a little theme show.
Baseball time?
Baseball, sure.
You're a ball fan?
Now, were you always a movie fan?
Yeah, yeah. I was a kid who used to sit around the house a lot and, you know, stare at the television, just watch those old John Garfield movies, you know, a lot of jam stuck to my face. I used to get sucked right in. I used to, you know, I watched just before I came over here. They run the Little Rascals here, I think, on WOR or something. Mm-hmm. And I was noticing the Little Rascals always made that same expression when anything out of the ordinary happened. Every time something out of the ordinary happened, they always went. But Garfield and those guys, Cagney, oh, they were my faves.
Yeah.
You know, Ray faves. They had that great style, you know, that great acting style. That always. John Garfield, you could always tell when John Garfield was lying though, because he always kind of gave it away. You know what I mean? Come on, Johnny, play ball with us. You tell us about the murder, and we'll knock a couple years off your sentence. And Sing Sing, and he'll say, I don't know what you're talking about. I never did nothing. I never even heard no murder. I wouldn't strangle anybody. Who said anything about strangulation, Johnny? I read about it in the paper. Yeah, sure, that's it. I read about it in the paper. It's in the paper, and I read about that, Paula. Like, giving it away. Sure, that's it.
We're gonna bust this up because we're having almost too much fun. We'll be back though with Mr. Michael Keaton right after you take a look at this. Oh, it ain't. Do anything you want.
Ahoy, mateys. I'm Larry Bud Melman, reminding you that Wednesday's is Song of the Sea Day on all Melman buses. Welcome aboard for all the shrimp and fish sticks you can chow down, not to mention our bottomless chest of tartar sauce. So don't be a landlubber, see the world. Set sail on a Melman bus.
Hi there, welcome back to our big salute to summer. We have your world-class show here tonight. Mr. Michael Keaton, of course, who is here. Also, the Persuasions, and Catherine O'Hara will be joining us from SCTV. So stay with us. Oh, yeah, and that's what I was going to mention. From Yankee Stadium, the organist at the Mighty Hammond, Mr. Eddie Layton. And I know you're a big baseball fan.
A treat to make him. I don't think McCoy Tyner or Thelonious Monk would have ever made it as the organist. Do you think? No, too heavy. That was a treat because we were talking about. I'm not a big Dodger fan, but I had to go the other night out in Los Angeles.
Here they come. They're moving.
I had to go. It was great because it was Dee's student night. And coming up in Yankee Stadium, you want to miss. Yes, you wouldn't want to miss Yankee Stadium. For those who were not in the know, next week, I don't know what day, multiple personality night. Oh. It's in conjunction with some state hospital. You know, the first 60,000 people get in for free or something.
That's great.
Yeah.
Multiple personality night.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, I was walking on the way over here. I was just thinking about this. The Mannequins in New York City, which is a very fashionable, the most fashionable city in the world. Hey, come on.
Sure.
The Mannequins are very serious as our models. You know what I mean? I mean, there's no real sense of humor with mannequins. You know, it's always, can I sit up there? It's always kind of very serious and very, almost mean, you know? It's kind of pointing, a lot of pointing. You'll never see, because it's to indicate they're under control, you'll never see a mannequin, like, questionable in their personality, like, worried, you know, concerned. Because that would be a giveaway. It would be uncool. It's hard to be uncool.
Yeah, yeah. You like coming to New York in the summertime,
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
Does it make you, now you're from Pittsburgh originally, which is a sizable city where people say, ow! And so does this make you nostalgic for your childhood?
Oh, yeah. Summertime. Load the kids up. I come from, we talked about this once, you met some of my family, I think. I come from a fairly large family, Irish Catholic family, about 90 kids. And we used to pack them in the car, you know, station wagon, take those family cruises, you know. You always got out there and get out on the road. And it would always start great. It would always start out just great. You know, you get in the car. My dad would be very up for it, be driving the car. I'd be like, oh, this is great, isn't it, honey? Yeah? This is great, isn't it? And the kids are in the back. You know, my mother's doing one of her attitudes, just kind of. And my dad was going, huh, we got the kids and the duck. What, are you pissed here? Huh? Come on. And we'd be in the back, we'd be a half a block out, you know, and my sister would get into her whine, cry, going, come on, are we almost there? And my brother had my head down on the floor and start pounding it, you know. It'd be okay, but we'd start, and we'd be in the car, you know, and my dad would be very cool for a while. It'd start off like this. Come on, kids. Come on, no, don't. Come on, get out of my hair. Come on, this is great. Hey, sit down, don't do it. Hey, sit down in the back, huh? Always reaching. The trick was for my dad to hit us and drive the car at the same time. They'd follow us in the rear view mirror, you know. Where'd he go? And I got pretty good at it, you know. I'd be up against the window, and I'd get him in the back of the head a couple times. It was mayhem. My father would always start with this. Okay, all right. Keep messing around. Next policeman I see, I'm stopping the car. We're going to talk about it, all right? You know, and my brother was I was very uncool. Emotionally, I just lost control immediately. I always go, Dad, please, God, no, please, Dad. I always get that cry where you can't catch your breath. You know, Dad, stop crying. Okay, Dad, stop crying. I can't stop crying. You know, my brother would say, what, are you going to have us thrown in jail? Huh? I'm 9, he's 6. You're going to throw me in jail? Don't throw it out of court like that. Hell, you got no case here. Just drive, buddy. We got it under control.
Now, I remember you had some advice for how to sleep cool. Now, when you're talking about sleeping cool, do you mean temperature-wise or just maintaining that presence?
Well, it's like we were talking about before. Yeah, maintaining the presence. You know, it's tough. You know, people don't want to lose control of what they got. That's what I mean about the mannequins. You know, when you're dating someone or you're going out with somebody, you never can let up. You know, and look stupid until you get home. But it's the first night's got to come when you're going to sleep with a girl, right? It's got to happen. And at some point, and it's usually sleep, it's over. There's no way, you know, you go over to another side of the world and you got no control anymore, you know? And you really want to wake up before her in the morning so she doesn't see your face. And, you know, it can be great. You know, it can be really going to get those little nerve jerks sometimes out of nowhere. Your arm takes off. You wake up in the morning, you got a crease here where the fat folds over. And sometimes, you know, you get those little things where sometimes, if you ever fall asleep on both arms, you know, you wake up in the morning, you have no idea where your arms are. Where are my arms? Oh, God. And the phone rings, you go, hello? Hello?
Very impressive. Very important to sleep cool. Yeah, yeah.
Best sleep though is when you get that little saliva going down. or on the bus when you're on the bus going home and you kind of the air cuts off. So you go.
I just want to say again, congratulations on the success of your new motion picture career, and everybody who knew it was coming sooner or later, and thanks for being here, Michael. And
all right, man.
Anytime you like, drop by and we'll
Thanks.
Michael Keaton, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back with the Persuasions. there. Welcome back to the show. My next guest, if you're joining us now, we're right in the middle of the Chinese food delivery race, and College Bowl was won by Szechuan State, a last-minute upset. My next guest is one of the hottest performers to break onto the scene in a long while, a very talented actor, writer, and comedian. Please welcome Mr. Michael Keaton.
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great.
Nice to see you.
I don't want to say anything, but I was actually gonna. This just happened because I just found it on my way out. Little crib sheet I found under Hunan Wak's table.
No, don't.
Yes,
No,
there it is. What's it say? Does it say Mushu pork on there?
That's right, it does. Well, you've blown the lid off another one.
That's part of my job here, to expose a lot
It's
of
an
that.
exciting night to be here, isn't
Hunan
it?
Wak is a technical school, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, the other one is
Like
the liberal
A&M?
arts college. Yeah.
I had a question myself about the eligibility of Jim.
Are you drunk?
Didn't you? Or is he a grad student? The guy closest in? Because he was older than the rest of the kids. and I
He's
just thought-
probably maybe auditing some courses. Yeah.
Yeah, looked a little old. I don't know. We'll go into that later. But
How do you like being back in New York? New York.
Dave, I'm crazy about it. You know, Dave, New York. I've always thought that, well,
there's some. Oh, this is cute. This
Yeah.
is cute when it starts.
Wait, do we have a? Do we
I
have
come in
something?
and do it. No, it's all right. It's actually rather pleasant.
We had mentioned in your introduction. Mentioned in your introduction that you're a writer. Did you write that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I stole that though from Jerry Van Dyke, but not important. When does the food get here?
What the food? Oh, I don't know. That's part of the race. We don't know what the time will be.
Yeah. Because are you going out to eat afterwards?
You can eat it if you like.
Why don't you and I? Because I know you haven't eaten. I don't think.
No, I haven't eaten.
So what do you say
Yeah.
we go out and get a little something to eat? Because part of coming to New York is for me the food, the restaurants. They're just, and I'm not going to give this guy's restaurant name away because he asked me to keep it a little small. You know, he didn't want to spread it, but. For me, and we go here later if you want.
Oh,
for
I'd
me,
love to.
It's the best Canadian food I've had. I mean it.
Yeah.
Bacon any way you want it.
Oh, that's great.
Where are we now?
Well, we really haven't really made a dent in these yet. What else do you do when you come to New York? Besides, I know you like you enjoy the people that you meet on the street, I guess.
Oh, the people. Yeah, the people. The people. Yeah. I love them.
Yeah.
Where are we now? I was watching, there are these maniacs. Have you seen the Hay Man in Los Angeles?
The Hay Man? No, I don't
There's
know.
a
what you're
man, I
talking
call him the Hay Man, who stands on the street corner, and somebody told me he's been there for years screaming, hey. Now, that's pretty nice. Now, I guess stands for this. He just stands kind of down around La Brea, I think, and says, hey! And that's kind of it. And I was walking by a guy today who had a similar affliction, except I noticed people who talk to themselves fall into basically two categories. There are the agreeers and the disagreeers. You know, those in basic harmony and those in conflict. And some of the agreeers kind of walk and talk to themselves like this. You know, I sometimes also share a little secret laugh. You see those people who have something going on. The disagreeers are scary because the disagreeers kind of walk down. A lot of them look like Jim from Taxi, you know. Alex! Talking to themselves.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
talking to themselves.
Now, those are the agreeers. Do you have examples of the disagreeers?
No, the second was a disagreeer.
Oh, the second one was a
See?
disagreeer. See, I
Yeah.
missed it. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm so excited about the activities going on about us that I was maybe not paying as close
I
attention.
just can't wait
to
for
this.
that MSG to get here.
Yeah, now,
Is that coming in a tablet form now?
yeah, or you can just get it sprayed on. What about, now, you don't get to drive your car when you're in New York.
No,
I bet
you
you
don't.
miss driving your car, don't you, Michael?
I do miss driving. I do miss driving. The guys who showed up to the limo service here is Herzog. Am I allowed to say the name of the
I don't
company?
know. Say whatever you want.
Herzog Limousine. And
It's a Herzog limousine?
yeah, and I thought it was Whitey at first.
No.
But he wouldn't be because we didn't. Mm-hmm. And they're nice guys. It was nice. You get here, and they pick you up, and they drive you to the hotel. Then they drive you here to the studio. I think our food's here. And then it's great because you don't have to, drive your car around here. It's going nowhere because I know a guy's coming through the door going, you want some pork? You got pork?
Congratulations. Congratulations, Szechuan State, all the way downtown,
Yeah.
22 Chatham. What is your name, sir?
My name is Lau, L-E-U.
This is Michael Keaton. Lau, nice to meet you.
Hi, good to see you.
And do you have the entire order there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you've won the big Chinese food delivery race. Let me give you the trophy that goes along with this. There you go. Put that in a place of prominence back in your restaurant. And congratulations. I appreciate you helping us out here tonight. It was very nice of you. Now, I think I owe you some money, don't I?
Okay.
How much do I owe you?
Let me kick in on this.
Yeah, can you get in on this, Michael?
What you got?
How much?
I'm gonna give you a little shirt here. Oh, excuse me. What do you got? $32.
I got it, Mike.
Jeez, Lou, you're running quite a racket down there. There you go. There's my part.
What did you give him?
I gave him $9.
Give him back the 9. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Here you go.
Okay, thanks.
There's this. Here you go. See if that'll. There you go. I'll take that. Thank you.
Something for him?
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Congratulations again. Say hello to the folks back there at Szechuan State. Thank you. We'll be right back. We're going to pause for a commercial. Michael Keaton will be here. Welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us again, Szechuan State has won the Chinese food delivery race, and we understand that Hunan Wok is now approaching. Imminent. Coming within a matter of minutes, so you might as well. I don't believe you've ever met, have you, the gentleman from Hunan Wok? Hi. How do you do? Nice to see you, sir. Unfortunately, you finished second. This is the gentleman. This is Lou from Szechuan State, and I didn't hear your name, sir.
Water Wong.
He's from Hunan Wok. You ever meet before in the business?
No.
Do you have any trouble getting here? How about yourself? No. Nothing out of the ordinary?
I don't think so.
Okay, why don't you just put the food right there? How much do I owe you?
Let me see. $30.10. Let me help you out of this.
All right, let's see. There you go. Well, this is actually
by $2.
it works out pretty much the same, doesn't it? No, I got it right here. Thanks anyway, Steve. No, we're fine. There you go. There. Thank you very much. Appreciate your cooperation. Thank you, sir. Nice meeting you. Thank you so much. Lou, thank you very much. Take the trophy back to the restaurant.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you for everything. Nice meeting you. Bye-bye. Good night. This is always a good sign, isn't it? When you're ordering out, you like to see that you know you're in for fine dining then. Boy, the stuff smells great though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I'll just put this. Maybe we should keep this heated up, don't you think?
No, cold good.
All right, now, so Michael, do you miss driving your car?
I sure do. I sure do. Well, the point was that you never have to drive. I mean, you drove a lot because you...
Yeah, I did. I drove a lot.
You had to when you lived in Los Angeles. So when you come here, it's actually nice, it's kind of relaxing. But you know what they have? They have Peugeot cabs now. Can I say Peugeot? Can I say Peugeot?
You said
and
Herzog? Yeah, I think you might as well.
I thought it was Whitey Peugeot there, but no, they have foreign cabs now, which is strange when you first see them. You kind of look at these cabs and they got a little horn. It's not what you think of. You usually expect those to be in for. And I had just bought a foreign car. You know, I bought a car recently, and I was thinking about when you buy your car, you don't think about the horn. It's not what you ask the guy, right? You ask him how the gas mileage is and a lot of other questions. But you don't really think about your horn. So I had an occasion to use my horn, my little foreign car. You know, coming home, I'm pretty pleased with myself, new car, driving. Now I have an occasion to use the horn, and I go, And you kind of look around, you think to yourself, it's not my horn. I have relatively big biceps. I wouldn't have a horn like that, you know? Because there is such a thing as you get like you're immediately emasculated, you know? It's like, yeah, this little sissy horn in your car. And if you were the date, forget it. You know, I won't use the horn. I won't. I mean, you know, if an old woman walks in front of me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't want to, but because she hears the horn and figures that's the shape of things to come. Because there is such a thing as a tough horn. You know, there are masculine horns. Truck horns are tough horns. You know, those guys driving, you know, across Utah with a little red man here in the corner, you know, tucked away. And, the hell out of my way, boy. Your face is spam. All right? Do it. My horn goes off. My horn essentially says, that's my parking place. I was here first. My horn had a face that would be a sissy horn.
Yeah, yeah. What about, do you ever get it, of course, in Los Angeles, you ever argue with somebody over a parking place?
Yeah, there's a whole other, communication in cars can only go to a certain point. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, when somebody lets you in traffic, for instance, you kind of go in and the guy will always say to you, and you always want to show them how grateful you are. You go. You stick your arm out real hard. And sometimes you say it out loud in the car, and he can't hear it. You go, thank you. Thank you. Or when you're waiting for a parking space, you say, are you leaving? And usually there'll be a guy standing there and he'll look at you and say, what? Are you leaving? And then they say to you, yeah, I'm leaving 1 minute. I have to go. Do you want to park here? And you go, yes. But you can't really go past. You can't say, thank you. Are you a generous person by nature? I mean, it's very giving. Where are you from, Nebraska?
I don't like the people, and it's always one kind of guy who, regardless of the circumstance, will instruct you what to do in your car. Was that what you're talking about? You pull up to an intersection, and the guy just, come on. He just directs all traffic around him. No, I'm right. You go ahead. I know what I'm doing.
That's right. And it's always that disappointed look. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Or this, arm throwers. When they see something in front of you, you see people in front of you to throw their arms up. Bumper stickers are real popular. I'm a little afraid to be behind people who would rather be other places.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd rather be skiing or something like that. And some of those people take it real seriously. You'll drive up next to them, they'll have their skis up on the dashboard, goggles on, go off that off-ramp like a... I'm worried about bumper stickers that say, I'd rather be driving. That's what makes me real nervous.
Where are you from originally? What part
Pittsburgh,
of Pittsburgh,
PA.
Actually in Pittsburgh?
No, actually a little town, a little hamlet called called Forest Grove. It was between the Rocks and Coriopolis. Two
Coriopolis?
Real bad towns. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of child were you? A good student?
Awful. It is back to school time, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I used to cut class a lot. What is it now? Where are we in, about mid-October?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. Something. We're in about mid-October. It's right about now, my notebook was falling apart, you know? Yeah. Right about now. And it was the year, you know, the year you said, this is it. This is the one, man. I'm a different guy. I am a different guy this year. This is the year everything's organized. Okay, here we go. If lost, return to, and you fill it out there it goes. Now you're into it, and it's gone. You know, you're in about mid-October. Everything's starting. Got one more ring on your binder, you know, and it's gone. And then the sweat from your hand has now worn away the outer edge of your tablet and rolled off the corner. It's from anxiety, all that anxiety, and it's just, it's awful.
Did you
and
cut
also,
school
there were
a lot?
of
Did you ever do that?
Pencil biters. Yeah. Remember those kids used to bite pencils? You was worried about those guys. You used to bite them down. Very nervous little kid. They always had like gold chippings around here. Yeah, and then you'd be. It was also about this point where you know you had chewed the eraser off your pencil, the top of your eraser, from nervousness. You know, and now you think, now you go to erase your thing and it rips the paper.
Yeah. Well, wasn't the word on those guys was they had worms? Wasn't that the deal?
That's right.
The guys who chewed their pencils, that they had worms?
And then inject them with a little worm away, I think.
Worm away? But did you ever cut school? I was always actually frightened to do that.
Yeah, no, I used to in grade school. I used to skip for a couple things. I used to skip for opening day baseball season. Mm-hmm. And
well, that's okay. You can do that, can't you?
Sure, yeah. You're asked to. Yeah. Your sexuality is questioned if you don't, I think. Yeah. So that, I used to skip school a lot. I was just an awful, I used to fake illnesses a lot, you know, to get out of school. And I was actually very good at it because I figured, what do people expect? They expect you to go, oh, I'm sick. And I figured nobody's gonna believe me. They go, oh, I'm sick. So I would always fake, you know, things like, oh, man, I just don't feel well. You know, I mean, very subtle and real. I play real. At one time, my mother actually caught me caught me. I got home. I actually chanced doing it in school to get a note to go home, which is really risky, you know. It's not like waking up in the morning and saying, gee, I don't think I can make it today, Mom. I'd like to, but phew, this lung thing. Sorry. So what I did was I got out, and it worked. And they said, okay, well, then you go home. My mother came, got me, had to get dressed, get in the car, come over, get me, bring me home. And I knew she was questioning, you know, whether I was sick or not. And I forgot. You know how you lapsed? I was acting great. And I was walking around the house, and just she and I in the house that day. And I forgot. And I was feeling pretty good that I was home. And I walked around the house whistling. And she caught me in the hall. And she said, what are you doing? I'm whistling. And she actually got mad at me. I'll never forget the sense of, she got mad at me for being happy because I'm gonna go off this show right now.
No, wait a minute. That was it? She got mad at you for being happy?
Yeah, I could never understand that. You know what I mean? Here I am, very happy kid, but I actually got caught. I always used to get caught in this. I used to get caught in that. Did you used to pull the fake hand wave in school? The hand, if you really didn't know the answer to the question and you had the sense that you were going to be asked, you figured, reverse psychology, I'll fake it. I'll raise my hand like I know it, and you always do it with conviction. Yeah, got it right here. Got the answer. Praying that he's not going to reverse it back and say, yeah, Mr. Keaton? Because usually go, yeah, Mr. Keaton? Never worked.
Okay. Gentleman, of course, is Mr. Michael Keaton. Michael, nice to see you again. Thank you for being here. Emily Prager will be joining us in just a minute. Hi there. Welcome back to the show. Sorry, Bill. My thanks to everyone who keeps writing the program so we can continue the successful viewer mail segment of this extravaganza. My first guest tonight is a very talented and funny person, and earlier this year he earned great reviews in the motion picture Night Shift, and he is now starring in a brand new film entitled Mr. Mom. Please welcome a good friend, Mr. Michael Keaton. Michael. How are you? Buddy, nice to see you. Michael Keaton, congratulations on the new development in your life. You explain what we're talking about here.
I had a young boy named Sean.
That's pretty exciting.
Sean Maxwell, maybe soon to become Sean Michael. I don't know.
No, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Let's take a vote.
What? You can't screw around with the kid's name. How old is he now?
He's 14, but, you know, no, he's 7 weeks.
And
Sean Maxwell, what do you think of that middle name?
Leave it Maxwell.
Yeah? What about Michael?
No. I think.
Let's call him and ask him what he wants.
I think Maxwell. That's distinctive, and you can call him Max. And,
yeah, he's a good kid.
How-
He's very, he's really a good kid. I mean, I know people say that about that, but he's just the best. I don't get bored with him, you know. He's 7 weeks old, and he's just a wonderful little kid. I play with him all the time. He's a little advanced. I know people always say their kids can do unbelievable things. I'm telling you, this kid's unbelievable. Well, all right. Suffice it to say, Omni Magazine, okay? Subscription.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He's got one. And you'll throw it in the back seat with him, you know, and we were just up in New England taking a little drive in the car, you know. And he says things like out of the blue, and he's back there, I guess with his magazine, I don't know. And we're driving, and this is what I hear from the back seat. Bigfoot mine. You know, that's what I hear.
That's a pretty advanced kid.
Kid's unbelievable.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to discourage you, but you may have trouble when he's a teenager.
Why?
Well, it's that
Well,
kind of
language,
attitude. I don't know. It's
cynical.
knocking over gas stations or something. But this is, I mean, it's a real treat to see. I mean, you're very successful and you're obviously quite happy, but it must be a real change to all of a sudden have another human for which you're responsible, huh?
Yeah, that's right. That's what it is. You know, and I don't think I've changed. Like, marriage didn't change me much. Having a baby didn't change me much, except that well, okay, I'll give you an example. This is great. This is the truth. I'm sitting around the house. I have kind of a Hindu kind of thing about bugs and animals and stuff. You know, I just
I'm sorry, what's the Hindu thing about bugs?
I don't kill them.
Oh, you let them go their own way.
Yeah, or eat them, as the Hindus are known to do. No, I just don't.
Now,
you know.
you're not Hindu, are you?
Yeah. Yes, I am. That's
well, sure. That's where it came from.
Self-explanatory.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I thought you Pittsburgh. I didn't know.
No. There are a lot of Hindus in Pittsburgh.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Anyway, I don't kill them. Hindus. I don't kill Hindus.
No, bugs.
Oh, no. I do a lot of this stuff, you know. Like I used to do this. I say, come on, man, let's go. And you walk them out, you shake them, and do all that kind of stuff, you know. And you talk to them a little bit. The other day, I'm a little psychotic now, you know. I'm sitting there and I see a mosquito. I'm up in the woods and I see a mosquito land on Shano, on his head, and I do this. You son of a. I start chasing the mosquito all over the house. There he goes, honey, he's in the back. Get him! Lock up the windows.
No, you're overreacting there.
Yes, I am. I switched.
Well, but that's great. Congratulations, Michael. We got to go away, but we'll come back and talk about other facets of your life presently. Mr. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is here, and we're happy that he is. We're going to talk about the film, Mr. Mom. By the way, I've seen the film. I don't think it's been released yet, has it?
No, it hasn't.
I saw it.
How'd you see it?
Well, I was...
You and those Hindus out there running around.
I was invited to a special screening. Periodically, I'll be invited to a screening.
Who was there?
Me and Jerry Mulligan and Robert Morton.
Whoa.
Well, it wasn't, you couldn't describe it as a gala. No, we had to walk over there. But you were terrific, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
When you see Michael in this movie, he's a knockout. They're very funny. I mean, and I was very impressed and couldn't be happier for you.
All right.
Now, and also, you know what's another coincidence? You were just up in New Hampshire. I was just up in New Hampshire.
I know, you told me. It's great. It's really pretty up there, isn't it?
It's nice.
Very nice. Get a little charmed out.
Everything's a little cuter than it ought to be.
A little cuter than it ought to be.
Yeah.
It's exactly the phrase. A little cuter.
Yep.
And I don't know, I'm sure this happens to you.
Quaint.
Quaint. It's nice for a while, and then after about the second day, you get a little perverse, don't you? And they have inns, you know, ye old everything. It's ye old things, you know, and on the green, and little ladies with little sweaters and nice skirts, you know, and sitting in little inns, you know. And after about the second day, the first day is, you have to say things like lodging. Would you have lodging for the evening?
You've got to play along.
That's right. Play along with the game. You do that the first night. Second night, I get so perverse, I walk in and say, "And you pigs got a room?"
Yeah, that doesn't fit.
Were you driving?
Well, yeah, I was driving, and but every structure in New England, I guess, they never threw anything out. They would find things out in the field, and instead of destroying them, burying them, and throwing them out, they would tack them up on the wall of the inn.
Like a sled.
Yeah, so a sled, a tire, it's all up there.
It's old, yeah.
Dentures, sole inserts, it's all on the wall.
Yeah. That's right.
It's all up there.
Yeah. Or when you're driving along the highway, this scares me. This is very eerie to me. You'll be driving along the highway, and you'll see things lying along the highway, like articles of clothing, that are really odd. You know, like hats laying along the highway scare me for some reason. Because I'm thinking, where's that guy right now who lost that hat? Like, if it's maybe a John Deere hat, you know, I don't know. This might be prejudice on my part, but I have a feeling. I wonder, is it about 150 miles up the road, walking into a bar and saying, "I had a hat when I came in here." Or shoes are scary.
Shoes, you see a lot of shoes, yeah.
Sometimes you see underwear, which is, I mean, you always wonder, what was the thing that happened just before the article of clothing went out, too, you know? Underwear, there's one obvious reason. Or sometimes it could be something strange, like you'll be, you know, two people in a car. Watch that bump, watch that bump. Boom! Damn it, you knocked my underwear out.
But you'll agree with me on this point that in Los Angeles on the freeways, you see a whole different variety of stuff than you do here.
Yeah, you'll see people laying along the road.
Yeah, people. But the strangest thing I ever saw was a couch in like the fast lane of the San Diego freeway. Not only a couch, but it was on fire. Honest to God. Now, is that the reason they dumped it?
Yeah, exactly. Throw it out.
The couch is on fire. Get it to the freeway.
Watch a guy from Beacon.
But that's the truth. It's just the strangest darn stuff.
I know. It's a little scary because your mind starts like, what happened?
Yeah, it's ugly. Now, Michael, we're going to have some footage from the new motion picture, Mr. Mom, and we'll take a look at that. Right after, we're going away again, aren't we? Yeah, oh, this is station identification, but don't be alarmed. We'll be back. Thank you, Paul. Welcome back. back to the program, ladies and gentlemen. Monday on this show, you'll see Carl Reiner, and also from Monty Python, John Cleese. Later, we'll have Dave's Video Funhouse, Fee Waybill of the Tubes, and David Fuhrer. Fee Waybill of the Tubes sounds like a trucking term, doesn't it? Now, when you check in your truck, pick up your Fee Waybill, take it over to the... Yeah. Michael, tell us about about Mr. Mom.
Mr. Mom is this movie.
That's right. That's right, and you're the star of the movie.
Mr. Mom, with me and Terry Gar.
A great cast. You have a very entertaining cast.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's about this man who loses his job in Detroit, and
it's a real contemporary kind of thing.
Contemporary kind of groovy kind of thing. I think you all dig. No, it's a nice little movie that's actually very funny, and I lose my job. Do I have to say it? We're not going to see Wee Girls here, are we?
No, no.
We're not going to see
that stuff. We will actually see a bit of Mr. Mom.
All right, good. I saw the stage play of Wee Girls. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen the stage play.
Good.
Oh,
Colleen Dewhurst.
Colleen Dewhurst is in Wee Girls?
Yep. It's called Us Girls on Broadway.
Oh, yeah. It's a little higher tone, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, this guy loses his job. And
you lose your job.
I lose my job.
An automobile engineer.
And I'm at home. And in this clip, we're going to see. I'm at home, and my wife goes out and gets this job, pretty good job, and her boss comes to pick her up. And I'm at home, and I'm in my pajamas, which is real kind of emasculating. Have you ever done that? When you've been around the house, you feel like guys who come to work on your house, and you feel real intimidating. You butch up real fast, going, yeah, I was in a boxing match all night, and I'm just sleeping in or something. You know, I can make this excuse, for like real guys. So this guy goes through this thing, and he has to adapt. He has to scramble real fast when the boss shows up to kind of impress him.
Okay, so that's what you're going to see here now. Mr. Michael Keaton and Martin Mull from the motion picture soon to be released, Mr. Mom.
Well, hello down there. Why don't you run and tell your mommy that Mr. Richardson is here?
Stay right here. I'm not supposed to let strangers in the house.
Just waiting for Carolyn.
Well, Ron, you know women.
Yeah, I like to think I do. On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch? Not during working hours. Oh, I'm sorry, pal.
No problem. Come on over here, Ron. Let me show you what I'm doing. Taking advantage of some of the time to add a whole new wing on here. I'm going to rip these walls out and, of course, rewire it.
Yeah, you're going to make it all 220?
Yeah, 220, 221, whatever it takes.
Well, you sound like a pretty handy guy.
Mr. Mom. Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton, Terry Gar, Martin Mull, on and on and on.
Yeah.
Looked like a lot of fun.
It was great fun.
Yeah. Nice to see you again, Michael.
All right,
congratulations on your son. Leave it Maxwell.
All right.
And congratulations on your movie.
All right, thanks.
Michael Keaton, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Keaton. A very funny, talented young actor, and boy, do we need one now, as they say when we need one now. Now is the time for another installment, ladies and gentlemen, of the award-winning Dave's Video Funhouse.